Hey guys, my name is Theresa. Hi everyone. Hi confirmation candidates from Our Lady of Assumption. My name again is Theresa. I am Anna Vieira's best friend from the East Coast. I live in Virginia. I am a registered nurse. I am also a practicing Catholic, a pro-life advocate, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about suffering and what it means to you guys as you are approaching your confirmation candidacy. God did not create suffering. Young men and women, our sins created the suffering. The sins of our first parents, Adam and Eve, if you remember the Genesis story, they created the first sin by eating of the fruit of the tree of knowledge. And as a result of that sin, of that taking that fruit and of eating it, suffering entered the world. And if we don't remember that, we're not going to understand why there is suffering in the world today. The reason there is suffering in the world today is not because God created suffering. God does not want us to suffer. In fact, when we suffer, we are called to unite our sufferings to Jesus, because Jesus did not create the world to go and die on a cross. He went on that cross because as a result of sin, he had to die for us. Well, he didn't have to, right? He chose to die for us. And so because he chose out of love to help us through this suffering that was not intended to be created, right? Sin, the devil, that caused the suffering, right? The devil causes the suffering. And so we have to remember that whenever we suffer, whenever there is something going on in our lives, that God is not the one who is causing us to suffer. We have to remember that if there's this voice inside our head saying we're not worthy, if there's this voice inside our head saying we're not worth it, that voice does not come from God. That voice comes from the devil, the author of lies, right? So I also wanted to be real with you guys today. I find that being real is what really has an effect on young people. I know it had an effect on me. But I just want to be honest with you. Like, I know you all are approaching the lovely, lovely years of high school, of college, and you're approaching a time in your life where you're going to be searching. And you're not always going to be able to find those answers to every single question. And there are always going to be questions that are not answered. And sometimes this causes us great suffering, right? The other thing I wanted to really say was we see so many bullies, so to speak, in the real world. You know, you would think that bullying, which is a major form of suffering for grade school, high school kids, you would think that would just disappear, that you wouldn't have to deal with bullies anymore once you leave school. I know for me in particular, I am a conservative. I support protecting the lives of the unborn, of women and children, and those things are very, very important to me. The media, the news, on the other hand, will tell you differently. Notice how people are treated in your community and in the real world, and take it to prayer and ask God, is this the way we should be treating people? You know, as a Catholic, we must stand up for the unborn. Unfortunately, there are some Catholics, in particular in the public arena today, that are quote-unquote Catholic, and yet they think it's okay to encourage abortion. Let me be clear. If you're a Catholic, you cannot do that. I'm a Catholic nurse. I work with mothers. I work with babies. There is birth control on my unit. I can't pass it. You know, I can't give a mother birth control because as a Catholic, I'm not allowed to. other non-Catholics, other nurses who are not Catholic, they can do those things, right? But as Catholics, we can't promote something if it doesn't align with our beliefs as Christians, as Catholic. Catholic faith is universal. That's why God created it. So good luck to you. Suffering is going to occur if you are Catholic, 100%. I have dealt with it. I could tell you more stories, but we'll save that for another day. Anyway, goodbye everybody. God bless you. I'll be praying for you all. And good luck. Thanks, guys.